We are back in Fallout 4, and we've just arrived at Diamond City Market to talk to Nick Valentine, but his radio is playing.
This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner.
He's looking into some.
You see that big blimp?
Yeah, the radio is quite quiet, but I think she's basically just saying something's happened to Nick, so I'm going to go talk to her.
This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner.
Come on, Nikki. I'm just asking for your opinion. It'd be a great quote.
She's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a woman's private affairs?
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back.
Hey, Piper.
And not with your son.
Correct.
What happened?
Well, my son wasn't... Oh, my God. Kellogg took my baby, but I wasn't always working with the Institute, and he gave him Sean.
You were right, Nick. Kellogg took my baby. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
You don't know anything?
You don't know anything, Nick?
I woke up in a junk pile ages ago. Just another discarded prototype. The Institute hasn't come calling since. I'm sorry.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg.
I mean, he might have handed them... They might have turned up and been like, where's the baby? And he's like, here you go. And he's like, okay, thanks. And then they just left. Didn't necessarily have to know where the Institute was, right?
You read my mind. He had to have a way in and out.
Yeah, but something tells me he's not gonna drop by for a chat and coffee.
Oh, he's dead.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
A literal dead end, huh?
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
I mean, there wasn't really an opportunity... Like, wasn't really, like, anything else to do, so...
Doesn't matter what he knew. I'd kill him again in a heartbeat.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh.
Kate liked that. Piper disliked that. Valentine
Well,
disliked that.
We may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbour called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind
Goodneighbour?
as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memory.
Overwatch? Or Amnesia?
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Already got it.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... Who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
my partner, my detective partner, or the very angry woman behind me who agrees with everything basically I do.
Waiting on you.
I know. I mean, it's a story, right? I guess we take Piper. I guess, or we take Nick. Well, we haven't gone with Nick, so let's go with Nick for a bit.
Let's get going.
Kate can go to the castle.
Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be at the public if you need me.
Sounds good. See you in a bit, Kate. What the hell's Goodneighbour?
What you
Even
need?
good people do.
Isn't that
crazy
State Farm?
things
Folks
when
are
they're
just looking for a
scared.
hand.
Oh my god.
Attitude is all.
Oh my god, please. Now it's not the time to have a conversation. There we go. Okay, Goodneighbour is apparently just over there. Vault 114? Boston Park Street subway station. Project was never completed, but that matters little to the gangsters. Oh, that's where, like, not Bugsy, but Smalley Malone, whatever his name was. That's where all they were set up. Want to significantly increase your weapon's melee damage? Add a bayonet. Stick a knife on it. This way.
What's that?
Are we already in combat? We haven't done anything. Ghouls? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You mind? I need to put a better scope to this thing. It's not so bad at range, but... Did I actually do any damage to them? I saw the damage take, but he's not taking any damage. Hey, buddy. I'm hitting the... Oh, you're stuck. I'm hitting the outside. Try this way. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. We're all good. Yeah, Nick understands. Go to waste if it's out here. This isn't where we need to be, though, is it, Nick? We're here for the story, right? The main story. What happened? Did I explode? Did you explode? Someone exploded. Goodneighbour. Neon signs and everything. Like a Goodneighbour, State Farm is there. At a weapons workbench, you can change the mods in the receiver, barrel, grip, magazine, sight, and muzzle slots of most guns.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Goodneighbour? You can't go walking around without insurance.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap?
He wasn't really hassling me. I'm pretty sure I could handle it.
What do you care? She ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let her go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over
I mean,
us.
I can handle it right
One
now if you
day,
want.
There'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something.
Oh.
Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You alright, sister?
Uh-huh.
You killed him.
Got a good pair of eyes on ya. I think you'll fit in here. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome. Not that guy, but everyone.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Cool. What's that about, Nick? You bring me here? This guy dies? I would have killed him, but that's different.
Hey.
Anybody else? That's a robot.
A new player in Goodneighbour. Hello, little pawn. Welcome to our fun and games.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
You ever tried chess? Sometimes you need to sacrifice a piece to keep the game going. Keep that in mind.
Okay. What does that mean, though? You gonna...
Brotherhood of
I don't know.
Better stay out of Goodneighbour. All I'm saying.
I'm not part of the Brotherhood. Okay, so the memory den, I'm guessing, is for...
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
What's going on with this guy? I mean, he's breathing, so I guess he's having a good time. Hey, Irma.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Cool. Don't mind me just power armoring my way through.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
Hello. Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself. What? Oh, with the brain. Okay, yeah.
we need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you
Don't mind my large shoulders.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
I do, kind of.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
We plug it into Nick.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
He says he's good.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling
Oh,
like
I'm
an
gonna
old
need to
grizzled
exit my suit and get in there as well, aren't I?
Let's see here.
I'm just anticipating it.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
God damn it. Anything else we can do?
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you
I
and
wouldn't
Mr.
use mine. My
Valentine
intelligence
into
is
memory
very low.
monitors. Run your cognitive
My luck is high,
functions in
though.
parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
I'm sure this will go over fine. Last time I did this was in Fallout 3 and I ended up in like a vault. So I had...
Brainwave migration between the
Do I put on the, you got like a controller I can use, or?
It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Alright. Let's do the memory warp again.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working.
Oh.
Although the memories
This is interesting.
fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories.
These like
and hopefully
synapses or
find
something?
one that gives
This
us
feels like
some
I'm
clue to
at the opening part of
insidious
Spore.
location.
Oh.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Earliest memory, so we Kellogg as a kid?
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg.
Is that Clancy
This
Brown?
may prove disorienting at first.
Is Kellogg's dad Clancy Brown?
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked?
I mean, you read a lot of Grognak.
I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules.
Oh, so you came from California.
But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
How old are you?
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Alright.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
That was a useless memory.
There appears to
Dumb
be
Kellogg.
another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may
what is this,
think
country
to yourself
music?
that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand.
Are you from San Francisco?
That's what happiness felt like.
Is that the Golden Gate Bridge?
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just...
Who you running with? Because I may have met you in New
These
Vegas.
guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking
The she?
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's
All
gonna
right,
keep
don't
you and Mary
listen,
safe.
buddy. You're like holding that gun level with your kid.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect
Oh,
you
okay.
to the
Yeah,
next
sure.
detective.
Let's keep looking. Dr. Amari's like, what are you doing? You trying to learn law? Get out of it, kid. Who are the she? I guess we'll find out.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Okay. So he took revenge? Maybe? Like his whole outfit died? Hello?
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems.
That's the same voice actor as Nick,
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
I think.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
Or it's the
That's
Garrus voice actor.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next
Is
one.
it me? Am I the family? Why didn't these two just do it themselves? So nobody else was protecting the vault.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So,
Oh my
you're
god.
with the Institute.
Look at these things.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
They're horrifying.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been
Hold on, that
rather
one looked at me.
disruptive of our operations.
That one knew.
This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
This is before he
And
got the
what's that,
scar.
Mr.
Oh no, he's got
Kellogg?
the scar.
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Oh. Yeah, your synths aren't very good.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Yeah.
We're running out of
This whole experience has to be worthwhile somewhere.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Is this a vault?
Manual override
It is.
initiated. Cryogenic stasis
I'm at the end.
suspended.
Vault
That's me.
computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs.
And that's my
Hopefully it's
husband.
all-
Just find him.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know
to get
then
hands-on.
who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
What about me?
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better.
I wonder
was
if she'll come and
cocky
kill me
enough
one
to
day.
assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller. Even if she somehow got thawed out.
Yeah, that didn't go
At
well,
least
did
I
it?
know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from
Wait,
her
you're thinking about this in the... You're thinking about this in the past
I'm
tense?
glad I didn't have to kill the
How are
kid.
you forming memories after you're dead?
I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
Alright, well, I guess we'll find out what happens.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many.
I didn't know there
loose
was a guy
ends.
here.
Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Alright, well, I guess we'll find out.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Bang, bang, bang. Openy, openy, open.
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
Oh.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Yeah, we re-cryoed me, but we didn't...
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again.
Yeah, that's alright.
I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Another memory has made it to the brainwave. Oh, it's his house.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This place looks nice. Oh my god. I mean, Piper's on the radio, so it's got to be within, like, the last 10 years, at least.
Kellogg.
Ah!
It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea.
What's the glowing
Here's his
sea?
file.
Can't be good with a name like that.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys?
You're a robot too, aren't you, buddy?
So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
You getting teleports? Oh. What? Let's do the time warp again.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Don't... He killed your dad! What are you doing? Oh my god, it was a teleporter.
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works.
But that was the
What if he outsmarted me in the
10-year-oldish kid.
Another loose end.
So it was Sean. But the time doesn't really make sense here unless...
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute.
Unless I went back
Because
into
there is no
cryo,
entrance.
right?
Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Oh wait, do I go back that way or do I go back the other way? Which way am I going? Television. Always television.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before.
How's
How
Nick?
do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor.
I mean, Nick liked that, so I guess he's alive.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. Also, there's Virgil. Virgil's more important.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
So, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. If we need to go there, we'll be going there.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find
fair
a way
enough.
to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the
The
way,
suit behind you might be
I
a
unplugged Mr. Valentine
way to
first.
handle that.
Remove the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Cool. Alright. I guess we have our next quest. Find Virgil in the glowing sea. And we shall go and do that in the next one. Bye for now.